What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy LMD with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back to the basics of this thing, back to where we originally started this channel at, trading options in a cash account, and actually had a green day today. Pretty good start. Still trying to get back in the swing of trading options in Thinkorswim, because it has been quite a few months since I've been trading options. I trade options pretty much daily in my Webull account, but hadn't taken any option trades in a minute. So had to get my layout set up. I'm still kind of tweaking that, kind of fine tuning it, but was a decent day. Took a couple of option plays. I think we're finishing up green at $69 today. Starting this account off with $1,000, or maybe just a little over $1,000 in there. So made 69 bucks today. Not bad. Actually was up 79, and then took one more trade on AMD, risking $10. Ended up losing that $10 and ended up wrapping it up. So let's go ahead. Let's take a peek at the thumbnail watch list real quick, though. I just want to let y'all see how this thing played out today. These are what we were watching. So when I'm trading options, I'm usually just watching just like a basket of stocks. Let me add one more on here that I was watching. Meta. I actually took a trade on Meta in my Webull account this afternoon. I had sat back down, got back to my office, sat back down, opened the laptop up. Meta was showing a pattern. So I took a trade on that pattern, and I got in right at this explosion. Let me blow this up real quick. I got in right here. Blow it up a little bit more. I got in right here for this break of this area. I traded this thing up. I chased my stop up behind it. It pulled back and it stopped me out. Oh, man. And then it took off. Man. I paid, I want to say $103 for this call. Sold it for maybe $126. That thing closed this afternoon at like $465. That call was up 600%. It's crazy. But if you come over here and you look, you can see the ones that we traded. Hopefully it's not too small. Took a call on Tesla. And then we traded puts on the SPY, basically flat, $4. NVDA, we made 56 bucks on that one. Now, like I said, AMD, we did take that loser for $10. With my option strategy, I'm usually risking $10. Once that thing goes about $20 in my favor, I'll usually take the stop to break even. And then just trying to kind of manage it out. But what I wanted to look at over here, like on this Tesla trade, let's see if I can find it real quick. I just want to see what I paid for that contract, just to kind of give you an idea of the potential that these contracts have. I guess I'm gonna have to go down. And then these are the fees. People wonder what the fees are. So with options, there are fees associated, 65 cents each way. So 65 cents in, 65 cents out per contract. So like here you see I took 2 contracts. It's $1.30. And okay. over here, I guess it's showing, but I'm gonna confirm it once we get down there. So it's saying I paid $200 for that Tesla call, which is correct. Paid 200, sold it for 219, so I made $19 off of it. But let's look over here. That contract closed at $680. So had you bought this contract and held it all day on $200, you would have made $400. That's the potential that options have. In the same breath, though, that contract can expire worthless and you lose all your money. And that contract expires on the 2nd. So it expires in 2 days. So would have had time to kind of hold it. You have the Greeks when you're talking options. So you got delta, the gamma, the theta. I like to concern myself with data or with the delta. This tells me how much I'm going to make for every dollar that the stock changes. It's one way that you can look at it. For every dollar that the stock changes in price, you make $80. So that's the delta. When I'm buying, my delta is usually around 25 to 35. So for every dollar that it moves, I'm gonna make $25 to $35. This also tells you the probability that it's gonna hit the strike price. So for Tesla, the strike price is $190 per share. Theoretically, you could say that it has an 80% chance of hitting that strike price. So that's what delta does. And then you have theta, which is decay. I don't really concern myself with that because I'm usually not holding a option overnight when I'm trading like this. But on these that expire like the next day, it might have a theta of like 60.60, meaning it's going to decay $60 tomorrow before the stock does anything. So if you hold it 2 days, it could decay $120 before the stock even moves in any direction. So that's what this delta tells you. And then I have the spread. I like to know what the spread is. And then P&L open. So when I'm in the trade, I can see what the P&L is. And then P&L on the day. I just add this one here to just from when I'm coming back and doing my recaps. Usually I don't concern myself with what the P&L on the day is. But this is how I have it set up. This is my charts. So this is what I am looking at. If I see something that's forming good, I'll get over to my main screen. Main screen is right there. This is what I'm using to get in and out. Looks pretty much similar to what I trade regular stocks with, what I've been trading in my regular account. Exception is the active ladder is set to lilac, number 9. And then this chart over here is set to lilac. Everything else is set to red. This is how it's set on my regular layout. So basically what that is, if I click this block, it's changing those 3 charts. So it's changing the 3 charts for the stock. And then if I click here, which is already on that one, I'm going to change it. And then I'll go back to Tesla. So now this call contract is loaded on the ladder and it's loaded over here on this chart. So I can see what the actual option chart is looking like. And I can see what the actual stock chart is looking like. I'm going to get into trade based on what the actual stock chart looks like. But if I need to move my order, like how when I would take a regular trade, I'd slide the brackets up or down on these charts. I can't slide it up and down on the actual chart. It'll show it here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and click one real quick. Saying I ain't got enough buying power, which is true because I didn't use all the buying power up for today. That is the beauty of trading options. You can use all your buying power up for the day, and then tomorrow I'll have it all back again to be able to trade with. But had I clicked that, it would have dropped the brackets on the chart, and then I can't drag them from here, but I could drag them from there. So I like to have that chart on there. So this is what I'm using now to actually trade. That's what it looks like. Let's go ahead. Let's switch over to the recap screen. And again, still trying to tweak this to make it presentable when I'm doing my recaps. But let's go ahead. Let's take a peek at Tesla since we're already there. This is what the options chart looked like. This is what the options chart looked like. I got in at $2, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use this one to drop the arrow zone. Don't really pay any mind to all of these lines, the VWAP, the 9, and the 20. On this option chart, it's just squiggliness, and I'm actually gonna, let's go ahead and get rid of those because they are not really serving a purpose. There we go. Got one more I can get rid of. Which one is it? That's in the volume. There we go. Like I said, I'm still kind of tweaking this, so you're going to have to bear with me while I get this set up to be able to do my recap zone. But got in this one here. If you were looking at this chart, it's almost like I was playing like a buy setup. This thing made this nice move up, pulled back. I got out. And if you notice, I didn't go into TRADERVUE today. When you're using options within TRADERVUE, it doesn't really give you any good data. It does tell you what I made on the day. I'll click it real quick. Let's see. So it'll tell you what I made on the day. And I hadn't uploaded. I took that AMD trade. It's not showing it. So it'll show you what I made. But when you actually click like on a trade, the candles aren't as precise, and it does not tell you max unrealized gains, max unrealized losses. So that information it does not put. So didn't really think that that would be, and I'm over here talking, and I didn't swap back over. There we go. So yeah, so shows you trades, close P&L like normal. That's like normal. But when you click on an actual detail for the trade, doesn't give you precise information where it got in a candle at. And it also does not tell you max unrealized gains, max unrealized losses. So pretty much everything that I would need to know, I can get straight out of Thinkorswim. So that's why we didn't go into TRADERVUE. But let's get back over here real quick. What I will do, let's go here. I'm going to just try to look and see on the actual chart where were we getting in at. So 1029 is when we took it. 1029. It's actually going to be in this candle. This is a 5-minute chart. Let's change that to a 1-minute chart. Let's change that to an arrow. Let's go on over here. Guess I could have did all of this prior to, but like I say, I'm still kind of getting back in the swing of this. So it's taking me a minute to get it all set back up. But 1029, so this candle here, as it's breaking VWAP, when I'm trading options, I'm just looking for quick pops. Got the quick pop. Got out of this thing 1029 in 35 seconds as it was pushing back down. And as you can see, that was a good exit because it kind of just pushed back down. So like I said, usually once it is over 2R, basically over 20 bucks, stop, break even, and then I'm kind of chasing it up. And again, risking $10 to make 20. We made 19. So decent way to start off going back to our option trading. Let's look at, let's take a peek at NVDA. So NVDA. Boom, boom. And let's see. We got in this one at 9:40 and 39 seconds. Getting in off of this one, off of the rejection of the previous high of day. Playing a put. And we got out of this one at 9:56. And this is one that I did buy 2 on. So 9:56, got out of this first one. That candle right there. So it was kind of pulling back up. Second one, we got out at 10:02. See where 10:02 is as it was coming back up. So this was playing 2 contracts. And the other thing on some of those trades that I took today, I initially had dropped contracts in. The market opened and the delta was lower than I wanted it at. And I didn't go back in and get contracts where I wanted them to. And like I said, I'm still kind of just trying to get back in the swing of doing the options. But with options, you will see that trading stocks, I wouldn't take that trade off of the rejection. But on an option, I'll get in right there. Risking $10 is going to have the stop up here. And just playing it for that rejection. And that one worked perfectly. Came up, retested. It had already tried to retest here and it didn't go. Tried a couple of times, didn't go. So once it failed, nice move. Here, it kind of gave me a little worry that it might bounce off of the VWAP. Once it left that top and tail, off to the races back down. So that was a good trade there. And then if you look at it on the actual options chart, that is what it looked like. That's what it looked like. So go ahead, wrap this one up. Just kind of recapping those 2. We already in this thing almost 20 minutes, but I'm excited to get back trading options. Like I said, I did took a trade on Meta in my Webull account. I'm not sure if my camera is going to be able to pick it up, but I wanted y'all to see the potential, man. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh man, it ain't gonna show you. I don't know if y'all can tell what it's doing, which is funny. I got a green screen behind me and it's taking all of the green that's in this particular chart for Webull, but basically it was showing that this meta contract that I bought, it was a $114 call. I paid 103 for it. This thing closed at 455 and it was up 742% today. That contract was up 742%. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. But that's the potential that options have. And like I said, I just been having a better feel for options. Even if you look at, and I know I said I was done, I just want to look at this real quick and show you one of the ways that I trade options. I'll come here, I'll drop a line there, I'll drop that line right there. And you've seen me do this on stocks. I'll redraw. Oh, I don't want to redraw it as a channel just yet. So let me do that. I'm going to extend it to the right. So you see, it came, boom, test, came to, boom, test. Now I'm going to redraw it as a channel. Options, I trade the channel. So I got in right there. I could have got out right there, and that's usually where I would. Nope. Let's hold on to it. Boop. Came up, tested, back down, came back over, kind of consolidated this time. Look where it touched it at. Dropped it down, came back over, took this one last drop, good volume, left this little bit of indecision tail. Buyers got back in control, busted it out. And that's, man, pretty good. Look where I got out at. Right as it was about to make this break out and out of the channel. So I just trade that channel. Perfect example. And it works the same way when it's going up. You just want it to be clean channels. I'm going to swap this. Actually, I won't swap it. We'll just come over here on the 1 minute chart. There you go. You can go here, go there, extend to the right, redraw as a channel. Look at that. So here came, kind of got out of the channel there, got back in. Now what I would have been looking for here was for this candle here to keep breaking down. But when it got back in the channel, it's back in the channel. Look at that nice move back up, came over, another nice move back up, came over. And this is what I'm talking about. See how I tried to break back in the channel and it didn't. Okay, we're done. But that's the move. That is the move. And that's what we look to be seeing. That is what we look to be seeing. Those are good channels. You usually not going to see it until it either breaks out of the previous high of day or it breaks out of the previous low of day. So you see that this thing took all the way until Jerome Powell started giving his speech that it finally broke out of the previous high of day, came up, retest, off to the races. So yeah, man, we are back at it, back at the basics, back where this channel started at, trading options, just looking to grow another account. We grew this account once. Let's go ahead. Let's do it again. So hope y'all enjoyed the recap. As always, if you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. Your boy is tired again. It's a long day. What time is it? About 11 o'clock. I'm finally sitting down having time to get this recap out of the way. Somebody had mentioned yesterday that because I got the recap out late, they kind of knew it was going to be a bad day. Not really. Yesterday was a busy day for me. Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays are always my busiest days of the week. So I finally found some time to sit down and get it done. Today was a busy day as well. Had bad weather come through Jacksonville and had a pretty serious accident that I had to work on one of my other usual avocations. So I didn't get off of that call until late. But go ahead, gonna wrap this one up. We will be back at it again tomorrow. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna try to tighten up my setup just a little bit more. Try to just a little bit more. Try to make it a little more user friendly for me. The one thing that I did do, my usual like trading setup is off on its own. I did put that on the screen with the thumbnail watch list. I think that's gonna work a little better for me. So sit here, tighten that up, be ready to get back at it tomorrow. Peace.